they like I'm not watching them like that. I'm like, whatever. But anyone that's close to that I'm trying to provide for or possibly have children with, no, it's shut down. Now you can help me bring women home all day long. I'm not trying to leave you out, but at the same time, like you're not talking to any of the men, and those women are happy with that.
So wait, what? So he gets to go out and so your girl can bring other women back for you, but if she wants to talk to other guys, then that's off limits? Oh my God. Okay. This is, by the way, what an insecure man baby looks like. You know he's insecure because he is incredibly controlling and simultaneously applies double standards. He wants his partners to be loyal to him and only with him and not allowed to talk to other men. But he wants to be able to go out and do whatever he wants. He wants to be able to get the acclamations of others without needing to deal with losing the approval of somebody. He's an insecure man baby. So this was uploaded a few months ago. It's called Justin Waller Owns Feminist Till She Leaves. However, if you scroll down and read the comments, seems that quite a lot of people disagree with the whatever podcast here. WTF, she carried herself with dignity and self-respect. She was well-spoken while he childishly threw some tantrums and turned his back to her and Chase and called her annoying because he was triggered. Leah Rose is the opposite of a feminist. She's a conservative Catholic. Leela Rose is not a feminist. She's pro-life. Jay Waller won. She asked him a legitimate question and all he could do was insult her. What a bum. So, like, all the comments pretty much are saying that this Catholic girl actually, like, trampled this red pill dude. So I thought we would go ahead and check it out because I'm curious.
Is there, how about this? Confirm or deny, is there a harem?
Cannot confirm or deny.
Can you confirm or deny if you're voluntarily celibate?
What the
I can't. Yeah, I'm definitely not voluntarily
Bro, have
celibate.
you seen Justin? Hello?
Yeah, dude.
He literally has a welcome mat right under his nose. How would he?
What the?
Good. Says the hobgoblin.
Boom,
Yeah.
hobgoblin.
That's okay. I can take it. I can take the smoke.
Okay. All right, cool. So
Yeah, good point, Holly. He is really overdressed. What the hell? Everybody's just like, yo, we're gonna go out to Applebee's afterwards, bruh. And he's like, I'm sorry. That's gonna be Applebee's in Dubai, right?
let's see.
He looks like he's going to a wedding. Ugh, he's probably really scared of that too, because he's a red pill guy.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Justin, do you ever see yourself getting married?
No, not on paper. No, absolutely not. I believe in love and marriage and in regards to taking care of a woman fully and your responsibilities as a father and a provider and protector, 100%. In fact, I think that's probably what's broken about the world. But in regards to letting the state get into all my businesses that took me over a decade to build, absolutely not, no.
Those are very
How
smart.
do you think you're gonna get to the place of that marriage you want with that family and that lifelong love that you just talked about?
I didn't say I didn't have family or children. I just said
I
it was none of
see.
your business.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
you want to keep it private, is what you're saying?
that's what
I
I said.
understand.
Do you?
Justin has
I might have
Why is this so passive aggressive all of a sudden?
multiple family.
Oh.
You never know. I might like family more than you. So much I have 5.
Do you think that's a good thing to have multiple families?
I think it's good if there's one dad and there's not a bunch of step parents involved and the dad can be the hero and those 5 families live a 10x better life than they would have otherwise.
His argument, unironically, I think it's great if I get to look like the hero the whole time. Could you be any more narcissistic?
Just ma'am, I do. And the dad can be the hero and those 5 families live a 10x better life than they would have otherwise. Just ma'am, I do.
But you don't think that it will be ultimately an opportunity for jealousy or disharmony amongst
Women
two
are always
different
going to be
families?
jealous. What's changed
I'm not
about that?
jealous in
Women
my
have been jealous
marriage.
all the way through time. So
I'm not jealous in my marriage.
I don't care about your marriage. I'm talking about mine.
Listen to this guy. Women are always going to be jealous. I'm not jealous in my relationship. I don't care about your relationship. You just said that women are always going to be jealous. She's a woman, not jealous. I don't give a shit because it debunks my argument, duh.
All the way through time. So
I'm not jealous in my marriage.
I don't care about your marriage. I'm talking about mine. What my life is going to be. So I don't answer to you. So that's my answer. I'm going to run my situation exactly how I want to. And generally, when I do that, that's when I have the most happiness, let's say, in my life. So that's all.
And you would want that for your daughters?
Yeah. Yeah, I live my life unapologetically on my terms. So if my daughters that are overly spoiled and educated in every way and have friends all over the world and world traveled in the best schools in the world, if they have a problem with me at the end of the day, then they can kick rocks too. I'm not going to simp for my daughters. I'll love them fully. But if they grow up and turn into a person.
Did he just say I'm not gonna simp for my daughters? Okay, that's a weird way of putting things. Yikes.
Person that doesn't want to get in line with me, or look, here's my goal as a parent: teach my children how the world works, give them the skills so they can live on their own terms, and give them choice. If they choose not to make me part of their life after I've given them those things, I've still succeeded as a father.
But I guess I'm asking if you're comfortable answering, obviously, but are you wanting to be a role model for your kids? Is that part of
1,000%. A father should show up in every way for his children. I think I'll be better than most fathers, regardless of how many children I have. I might have 100.
But you think part of being a role model, it's okay for your kids not to know even your relationship status with their own mom?
They will know the relationship status with me and their mother.
But you have other relationships with other women, too.
What does that have to do with anything?
But I'm just wondering if you think
I haven't even said that. I'm just saying, like, if I want to, I will.
But you don't think that's a problem for your daughter to know that about their dad? That he has multiple mistresses?
That's up to my daughter, man. You know?
What? That's up to my daughter? This guy is such a prick. I wish that somebody would just come up to him and be like, hey, dude, has anybody ever told you that you're really a massive c-? Has anybody ever just told you that? Have a nice day. It's for my daughter to decide. Yeah, also 100 kids? What? Okay, calm down, Mr. Duggar.
But do you want your daughter to have a guy like that long term?
If he takes care of her in every way and she has a much better life because of it.
If he's not there like that, he's not taking care of her in every way. Like, do you want your daughter to have a guy like that? You want your daughter to be married to somebody who's not emotionally there, who's with other people, who's simply just the paycheck and the every other weekend guy? Really? Like, this is pathetic, dude. You know it's pathetic.
But yeah, I'm cool with that.
Wait, do you want to have 100 kids? Is that like low key?
I'm gonna have a bunch of kids. Yeah, I believe in having kids, man. So there's too many dumbass people having kids. Might as well have a smart person have some.
Dude, is Justin
Well, you're a dumbass, so don't have kids.
low key
Spread your
about to
seed.
repopulate the world?
Kids are awesome.
Is Justin
I don't-
Single-handedly.
single-handedly reverse the declining birth rates?
They got all these single women out here talking shit about shit, man. Well, cool. I'll have babies with you. What's up? Now, part of it is being a smart ass right now, right? To be honest. But look, if a guy decides to have a bunch of children, I mean, you see it happen all the time. Guy gets married, he's a shit father, shit husband, ends up getting a divorce, and then goes has babies with the next chick, doing the same thing I'm doing, except I'm not a lying coward about it.
I hear you.
So,
I see that. I see
is
that.
what it is.
But I think the big question is, I mean, it seems like you're really focused on self-improvement, which is awesome. And so I guess my question would be, is it ideal? Like, what are we striving towards individually, right? And what do we think is best for society? And I think kids want to know their parents love each other and are committed till death do they part to each other.
Yep, didn't
And
say
so-
any of that wasn't true.
But
You're the
but
one
do you-
saying that's not true.
Okay, but do you think it would be a little bit confusing?
You can't really say you want to give the best and then also be aware of that fact and then be okay with that because you're no longer giving the best.
For one of your kids if they found out, let's say
No,
theoretically.
because if they
you
trust me
have-
enough to come to me, I'll just tell them the truth. What are we talking about? I'm not hiding from anything. I just told you.
I understand that.
It
So-
seems like you're challenging because you have a problem with it. I simply don't.
Daddy, who's the lady in your bedroom? That's just my toy. Like, what are you going to say, you creep?
care.
What?
So your kids, you're saying you don't care if they find out you have multiple mistresses.
If I had
Separate from their
multiple
own
women and then my kids came to me, then I would just talk to them like an adult. If they're adult enough to ask, I'm
What if they're
adult
6
enough to
years
tell
old,
them.
though?
Well, whatever they ask, I'm there for.
6 years old? Don't do that. No.
You know, that's it. Find somebody else. I don't feel bad. I'm gonna live in truth. Here's the difference between me and most men. Most men are doing this shit behind people's back, right? Like a fucking coward. And they're not even giving the family the life that they deserve. So if I choose to do that in the future, which I have not said I'm gonna do, then so be it. But if I don't, I don't.
I hear you. I guess that you're saying you don't want to share your relationship status, but then you just said people are hiding it and being a coward. So I guess
I think there's a difference between not wanting to share one's relationship status publicly on a platform like this versus
when I have
with
a
one's
big
family.
internet following and like offices that you can Google and all kinds of things like that. I don't want that smoke for people in my life.
Ooh, look out. We're in the presence of a hot shot.
That you're married and you have a loving relationship. I don't think there's anything in the world wrong with that at all.
But I want that for you and every
Well,
person.
too bad. That's not what I want. So that's my business, not yours. But what I'm saying is,
Yee. Hi. Calm down there, Justin.
is that if I'm in a situation with a woman and she thinks she wants to leave because I have, let's say, more girls, okay, cool. You can leave me for a man that you love less that will cheat on you anyway if he could. I'm not doing anything any other man would not do if he could.
Yup, that's how it is, guys. Listen, all men are sex-addicted pigs who would cheat on their girlfriend or wife or fiance, whatever, any chance they get, okay? Men have no conscience. Men have no morals. We are simply amoral meat bags designed by Satan to fuck. That's all we know how to do. Don't try to have a conversation with me if you're wearing clothes. Don't even bother.
Maybe her husband could and doesn't, but for the sake of the conversation, I think most men, if they could, would have the option of having multiple women. Now, it has also been my experience that I can only love one person at a time. And so that said, there's I think there's only one spot in my heart as far as long-term commitment. And when I look at long-term commitment, I look at protecting, providing, being there fully emotionally, a person's best friend. I mean, ride or die, like really there with them, even if they're upset or jealous.
Can I ask you one more question?
Fire away, honey.
Okay.
guy's
If
so
you
mad.
have only one place in your heart for one woman, or you want to have one woman in your heart, I think you said, why don't you just commit to one and choose to be faithful to her?
I'm just not wired that way. I spent my whole 20s trying to fix myself. Thought
You're a
something was
man
wrong
of
with me.
self-control. You work out, you do business.
Yeah.
You can possess your own.
I'm not wired that way. So you're wired to only love one girl at a time, so this is just mad projection then. So you can only love one girl at a time, but you can't keep your own dick in your pants. So you're just saying like, this is just how all men are, bruh. Maybe you're just a little bit of a sex addict. Like maybe you need to go see a therapist. Maybe you're projecting your problems on all men to try to make yourself feel better. Well, you're not bringing me down with you, okay? For the last time, goddammit, Justin, I will not go down on you.
Your own power and
It's just
do
not-
direct
it's
it
just-
the way
it's
you
just
want to
not how
direct
I
it?
am. It's not how I am. I've
You think that might
tried.
be a limited mindset?
I think it's none of your business, but I don't want you to think I'm triggered by you. I'm not. I saw somebody say that, and I think that's interesting. I think you're annoying, but I'm not triggered. You know what I'm saying? No, you are. You're annoying in like this goody two shoes type way, and that's fine.
He's so triggered. This is what a triggered man baby looks like. I think you're really annoying. She asked a question. You're annoyed because the question is getting to an underlying hypocrisy there seems to be with your worldview.
I'm gonna live. You know what I'm saying? No, you are. You're annoying in like this goody two shoes type way, and that's fine. I'm gonna live my life on my terms, unapologetically, like truly. So you can ask me this 85 different ways. At the end of the day, I'm gonna walk out of here the same man. And any woman in my life, you either accept that or leave. And that's not a threat. That's, hey, this is what I offer. If that works for you, okay. If it doesn't, you can go. There's plenty of people that are in hot wife relationships. They're swingers. They're gay. None of those people get questioned the way I do. None of those people get questioned the way I do. I'm one of very few men that can actually come out and on the top of my head, there's probably a handful.
Why does nobody ever confront the swingers?
None of those people get questioned the way I do. I'm one of very few men that can actually come out and on the top of my head, there's probably a handful. The Tate brothers being some of them, and then a couple of my other friends that can actually openly say, "This is how I'm going to live. I'm going to live on my terms." And guess what? Women don't leave us for it. I cannot think of a woman that's left me over telling them that.
Yeah, some women like that.
Yeah, some of them are like, "Oh my God, that's so sexy." So no woman wants a man that other women don't want. And by and largely, I think that women are attracted to it, that little bit of dread in them, that little bit of competition. And I don't mind providing that atmosphere for them at all. And I'm not sorry.
I kind of have a question.
Shoot.
So,
I hate that I talk about this so much, actually.
no, I genuinely love
it's
how
not
outspoken
that.
He's so insecure.
Because
about it.
it's just like I'm not trying to promote it.
No, not
You know
at
what
all.
I'm saying? Like if a young man thinks he wants to get married, I don't want him to see me and think, "Oh, I need to sit my wife down and tell her." If he doesn't actually feel that way, but I think you'd be shocked at how many men hate themselves over the fact that they want multiple women and they're scared that everybody's going to reject them and they're going to get kicked out of their family group, their church group, their friends.
And same with women.
Everything.
Same
more
with
than
women,
one.
yeah, exactly. I
Right,
was just about
sure.
to say that. You know, it's the same sense of especially even from the opposite perspective, from mine, as even somebody that's only 21 years old, I've experienced, like a man sometimes wants to be very protective.
Well, let me be really clear. I'm not polyamorous. Now,
Yeah, that's why I was
now,
actually-
if
that was
there-
my
If there are
question.
some girls I'm seeing and I don't care as much, they I'm not watching them like
Yeah.
that. I'm like, whatever. But anyone that's close to that I'm trying to provide for or possibly have children with, no, it's shut down. Now you can help me bring women home all
Yeah.
day long.
I
I'm not trying to
understand
leave
that.
you out, but at the same time, like you're not talking to any other men, and those women are happy with that.
So
Wait, what? So he gets to go out and so your girl can bring other women back for you, but if she wants to talk to other guys, then that's off limits. Oh my God. Okay. This is, by the way, what an insecure man baby looks like. He's insecure because he is incredibly controlling and simultaneously applies double standards. He wants his partners to be loyal to him and only with him and not allowed to talk to other men. But he wants to be able to go out and do whatever he wants. He wants to be able to get the acclamations of others without needing to deal with losing the approval of somebody. He's an insecure man baby.
It is like what I described, kind of like where it's what's mine is mine, but
Yeah,
what's
but-
yours is also mine.
Well, I wouldn't say what's yours is also mine. I never.
His whole mindset is literally, who gives a shit about the girl? Who gives a shit about the kids that I might bring into this world? Who gives a fuck about families? All that matters is me, 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 and me, and me, and me, and oh, and by the way, and me getting my nut. That's his whole fucking mentality. This guy's actually disgusting to me. Ugh.
Thought of it that way, but yeah, so you're going to be protective over your girl. Like if you really care about her, you really care about her, like especially like if you're with a guy and let's say he takes you to a swingers club, he probably didn't love you. He's just trying to get a trade off, right?
I don't know about that because it can't go both ways.
It
It can't be.
maybe so for you.
Maybe he's a cuck. Not that I would have any experience in that regard.
I'm just saying any woman I truly care about, like I'm not playing that shit at all.
Yeah. Well, in that sense though, like, do you think it's fair?
No, I don't think life is fair at all. And this particular subject is super unfair. I want to be very, very clear
Yeah,
about that. Number one, I am not promoting it. I'm not promoting it in any way.
Not promoting what?
I'm not
Say
promoting
that
that
right.
men have a bunch of women.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I'm saying that for me in my life, the biggest
Oh shit, even a dono just called him out. Chuck, coming in hot with the $5. His aggression from questions from women and defensiveness from such questions tells me he's lying and hiding some deep secrets. True.
struggle in my adult life was feeling out of place because of how I felt about it. It was almost like, hey, I'm coming out the closet. I'm super straight, you know? And then number two, I'm not promoting what I'm saying right now is fair at all. I don't think it's fair at all. I don't think the world's fair.
Yeah.
But I might be misunderstanding.
I don't think the world's fair. Listen to this guy. Well, I'm the one who benefits a bunch and everybody else gets fucked, literally and metaphorically here. You know, the world isn't fair. Sorry. From all the unfairness that he's creating, he's benefiting from it and then getting up here and he's like, yeah, it's not fair, but you know, life ain't fair. Yeah, life just isn't. Okay, Justin.
You, but it sounds like you're saying that some men, maybe yourself, don't have the ability to be monogamous. And so you're saying
choosing to frame it that way. I'm telling you, I'm
how
going
would
to live
you
my life
frame
how
it?
I want to.
How would you frame it?
I would frame it as it was more of me holding my breath and trying to be something I wasn't.
What
I was holding my breath.
I
You
get to
understand
that
that? Look, I'm
because-
from the deep south. You
Yeah,
Baptist, yeah?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
I get
You know
that
that
'cause I
feeling
was
of
in-
church.
yes, you're trying to be who they
you're-
told you to
you're trying,
be.
and you're praying,
Mhm.
God, please let me not leave this girl I
Yes.
love because I want to sleep with the volleyball team type stuff. Like the biggest heartbreak in my life was in college. I broke up with Miss Louisiana while she's getting ready for Miss America. Not because we didn't get along, not because the sex wasn't good, not because we weren't like best friends. It's because I wanted to sleep with other girls at school,
Yes,
and I thought I was doing the
same.
right thing, and I ended up breaking.
Because you might have a problem. And also just wanting to sleep with somebody else could be a fleeting desire. Like if you're in a long-term relationship, for example, it's not really unsurprising to like get an occasional crush on someone else or feel those kinds of like sexual feelings or attractions towards someone else. But it doesn't mean you just end the relationship immediately. Sometimes you can just look past that or you can ignore it and it'll go away. Sometimes they're just fleeting feelings that don't mean anything and you don't need to entertain them. The world's unfair though, dude. So why didn't you just suck it up? Maybe it wasn't that fair for you, but the world's not fair, is it, Justin?
From my own heart, you know what I'm saying? And so through my 20s, I thought something was wrong with me, and I was trying to fix it. And in time, I realized that there was never anything wrong with me at all. I just had to live my truth and find people, even if it's just a small group of billions of people in the world. Maybe it's 3 to 5 people that love me for who I am.
I agree with you.
And then I'm at peace because then I don't have to be wrong. They don't have to answer to my conscience. I can just be myself. And for that reason, I'm able to put walls down like, oh, she might catch me. And just tell the truth. And so instead of loving her 80, 90%, I can love her 120% and take care of her every way. Yeah. So you can give your whole heart to somebody when you're not living in lies.
100%. And that was interesting for me because I was in a monogamous marriage because I was told that was the only way, the right way. And then I learned over the years that
If he was just saying he wanted to be in like a polyamorous relationship, I really wouldn't have much of a problem. But the fact that he thinks he can go and just like fuck around and do whatever he wants, and then all the girls he's with now need to be like committed to him, or at least some of them need to be, is insane.
I'm actually non-monogamous, and that was even interesting when I started dating after I got divorced, being upfront about it because I know, and I've said the same thing where people are mad at me because I do in public what they do in secret. Instead of hiding, I tell people like, hey, I'm non-monogamous. I can't be only with one person for the rest of my life, and if you're not cool with that, then we're not meant to date.
Right.
But if you are cool with
or
that,
you're meant to
let's
be in a
talk.
different position, like you, for example, over there with your titties out and everything, talking about you. Like in my mind,
He's gonna start shitting on this girl now, isn't he? Because he has the double standard.
when I hear a girl say that, I'm like, okay, well, I take a ride on that, Ferris wheel. But you get put out of the wife bucket for a guy like me. But at the same time, like
The Ferris wheel? I'd take a ride on that skippity hee haw pony. I'd ride all the way down south. Yee haw. What is this guy? Oh my gosh.
I'm not
great
mad
because
at you
I
for
don't wanna be
saying
your
it
wife.
because a bunch of people were calling you haram and stuff like that, and technically maybe it's true. But it just, for me, when I see a girl like that, it just puts her in a different bucket.
Yeah, and I'm happy to be in whatever bucket because it's like I know what I want, and if I'm not wife material for you, I don't want to be your wife. So it's like to me, it's alignment, and that's not an issue. And you can call me whatever.
No,
It's
I'm not here to judge you about it.
You're at peace. I'm at peace, and I think that's the biggest thing I learned walking away from the church and religion is how unique every person is, and it's everyone has their own set of morals and values that works for them. And I used to think there was right or wrong, but now it's like if you're at peace with you, that's the most important thing. If I'm at peace with me, that's the most important
Right.
thing.
And I've never been in more peace in my life. So
And just
I
treating
love
others
it.
with kindness, like despite your disagreements. That's why we're in America in the first place. Like you're allowed to disagree with other people and their opinions.
America.
So I want to pipe up here. I find your
That's an annoying argument, by the way. Well, it's in America, so we're allowed to like just disagree, you know? Yeah, okay, fine, sure. Yeah, you can just agree and disagree, whatever. But like, some people have wrong opinions and some people have less wrong opinions, and that's just the truth of the matter. The fact that he was like, I would take a ride on that Ferris wheel. What? Hey girl, are you looking for a stud? Because I already got the STD, and I just need you. Basically, his pickup lines right there. The fact that I would ride that Ferris wheel. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Spin me around, mommy. Well, there you guys have it. That's apparently Justin Waller owning a feminist till she leaves, even though no feminist ever left, and he actually got owned the entire time. Ay, ay, ay.